Welcome back to Danganronpa. Remember last time that it was revealed that your hero was actually a dude.
Oh yeah,
man.
that's right.
Yes.
Dude, this game goes crazy.
And we're gonna continue on knowing how Chihiro gotta do the
Are we
boys
recording?
locker room. We are. You can clearly see we're recording.
Just making sure.
Okay.
We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy.
That's my job. Okay.
Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Thanks for that.
To think that Chihiro was actually a man. The thought that had never even crossed my mind. It crossed Mack's
And
mind,
because the
according to
victim was
him.
male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Let me actually see the camera first. There we go.
Of course his
if I know.
handbook said he was a boy. He dressed
So I
like
know
a
I'm in
girl,
the frame.
but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation.
He's doing his penis?
So now everything has been
Titillating.
All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit.
Oh, what a shame.
I
He
just
sounds like
happened to
dickhead
come
Topher
across the
Grace.
corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
You ruined the character. You ruined the character for me. He sounds
did.
exactly like Topher Grace. Sounds exactly like him.
Are you fucking with us right now?
Actually, that makes him a lot better. That he's Topher Grace.
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead, find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the
Oh,
line.
that's right. You said that Sakura did it.
Yes, I did.
Your
Excellent.
prediction's still
Then shall we resume
In
our
play.
game of
Yeah, in
hide
play,
and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means...
The killer is a guy.
Okay, well, there goes your fucking theory. It's gone. It's already gone.
You told me it'd be a surprise if Sakura was a guy.
Yes, it would. It would be quite a surprise since they did it. If they did it back to back, that would be very surprising.
You think that would be surprising?
Yeah, and especially since it's clear that Sakura is a girl.
Clear.
It's very clear because she's got the humbas, the hugga-da-doos, you know.
Wait, does she actually? Because I've only ever looked at her bulging muscles.
She's clearly got the buckety bowls, you know. She's clearly got them.
The buckety bowls?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Since the crime scene was the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find more clues. So let's account, which is that she saw Chihiro in the warehouse.
Right.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man. Game over.
Yay! No! Not game over!
Alright, what do we do?
Okay, so he said, and only the killer saw her, but
Okay.
Celeste is a girl. We know that the killer's not a girl. She saw her.
Perhaps someone saw the
So
victim.
what Hero said.
It's over.
Okay.
You want to know who said it? No, it's wrong.
Whoa, what the? Hey, whoa, stop it. Stop right there, buddy.
I
Budzo.
believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes, I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry.
How do they not know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what that is, like there's like a psychotic thing that like, oh, we're told this as something, so we always perceive something as this, but when we find out the truth, it's like, and we go back and watch stuff, it's like completely different.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that's
Oh
called.
my god.
But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
but Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was
Hands on my
meeting
toe.
with
I
very
swear to
much.
God, if she hits the power button, I'm gonna.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, what a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Do you?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
One
Think
of
back
us.
to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of.
Oh yeah, I actually hit my foot. I can't
Focus
gasp.
on the details of these items,
can't be
and it
surprised.
should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Is Chihiro's jacket? Dracula?
Dragon.
Really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow. It's really hard to believe.
Now I'm
This
really
one-
confused.
Yeah, this one's difficult. This particular one.
Because I don't remember any, like, conversations about the
First of
jackets or
all,
anything.
We know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Pay close attention.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
She's right. What he said just now is really odd. How did he know something like that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figuring out who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
Alright, any idea?
Yeah.
You heard him, right?
Alright, so
What he just
Mondo,
said without even realizing it?
without
anyone, because Celeste never says the color of the tracksuit, says that the killer was wearing the same color tracksuit, which is a blue tracksuit, and then quickly says, well, I have a black tracksuut.
We know where Chihiro was
Oh, it's fucking Mondo. I love Mondo. What the hell? Leon, now Mondo? Fucking hell. Dacre, man. Dacre Montgomery, Billy.
No, it's wrong.
Damn it.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a tracksuit into a duffel bag, and then I assume he was headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
Damn it, Mondo.
You just... Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry?
Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony...
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was acting.
Fuck, I'm doing water stuff. Water stuff.
Water stuff.
The way he was acting.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
That wasn't right.
Oh, shit.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that,
how did you not notice that?
Mondo knew something we didn't.
Because I don't view things in that way, man.
Notice such a tiny detail?
I call everybody dude.
She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the
Mondo
frightful
does.
one.
Every time Mondo speaks, I'm just like, oh my god, that's Dacre Montgomery, and I don't hear a word he says.
Not nearly
Or I'm
as
laughing.
frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal? Get
Yeah! He would never do something like that. This is a false
I like how
accusation.
they're all disgusted by him, but they know the only fucking way to get out of this is by killing people.
I mean,
what the hell do they expect themselves to do?
Well, I mean, do nothing, live in harmony, fuck, start a new civilization.
Well, that was the problem, man. Mondo wanted to fuck, and he's like, "This is a dude."
I don't think that was his motivation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
I like how Hifumi is like half dog. Like he has like the little
He
lip
does,
things
yeah.
that a dog has.
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, did your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to... Hey, it's mine. It's mine. Wait, no, I have mine right here. Ah, well, then who's to has it? Ah, damn it. No. I'm a fucking idiot. Who does it belong to?
Mando.
Is it Mondo's? Belongs to Mondo. Well, he has his. You fucking idiot. Oh, you just embarrassed yourself. Oh, but who could it be now?
Mine.
It's mine. It's Chihiro's.
No, it's not.
We know
Chihiro's
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping.
I have a massive
But
theory.
It's busted. It won't even turn on.
What's your theory?
I'm getting it out right now because I'm gonna say every thought I have.
You have to.
I think Hifumi is behind all of this.
You think that Hifumi's like the mastermind?
I think that Hifumi is like, yeah, either in partnership with Monokuma or is Monokuma. I think that the lip thing is a hint to that.
Okay.
Because it's like it's an animal-like.
Yeah, so like
he's also wearing a tie that's pointing right to him, which makes me think that maybe they're saying like, this is the guy.
Yeah.
And he's like all about like, you know, being a different person and a storyteller and all this shit.
Okay.
And I think that like that kind of matches up to trying to create his own world.
Yeah. You know, makes sense to me.
I imagine the culprit broke
What's your theory?
to get
Fucking
rid of
crash your
any
bird
evidence after the
immediately.
murder.
Like fucking like the next sentence. Be like, oh, by the way, I'm not the mastermind.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant.
So look, they're
It
the
would
same
take
lip.
an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbooks break? It's only one possible explanation.
By hitting its weak point, because that's how you break shit.
Yeah.
God! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if if I tell you and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is...
What is it?
That
when
corner.
it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break.
So Hifumi sits on it.
Flippin' knew it!
Yep, he does know it.
You knew it? Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees.
They even sound alike.
Strange how you don't get burnt, huh?
Which is why I was glad that you chose to voice Hifumi, because if I did Monokuma and Hifumi, it would be the same exact voice.
Because they're the same person.
Of course, yeah. That's
Because
100%.
as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin,
Ridiculous all of it
definitely
look.
get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway,
Somebody died.
You found the victim's handbook in the sauna. Then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
I remember now.
Seriously?
How could you
I
forget?
think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have... That's not the voice. Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to have been... There had to have been the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. It was... Who did it? Who is the killer that took the handbook into the sauna and wore all their clothes?
Well, Mondo and Kiyotaka did that sauna challenge with each other.
But who wore their clothes?
I honestly can't remember, but Mondo would make sense since we've already accused him of being the murderer.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
And they fucked.
Sauna.
Before the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt.
So is handbook just a bad translation of like a key card?
No, it's like an actual, it's like an iPad. It's like a fucking Kindle or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If
I get
what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Angriest person there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt a fly.
Actually, I think you wouldn't. Alright, I'm sure that Mondo's handbook broke during the Sano Showdown. If I could just prove that, so we have the assumption that his handbook is broken, alright?
Yes.
So, that means that would show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be
Chihiro's.
Test Makoto's assertion.
Or a broke, or wait, who must actually be. No, they have Chihiro's. It's broken.
Yeah, we
Simply,
just grabbed
broken.
Chihiro's. He figured had Chihiro's.
It's broken.
Then that proves that what Makoto
So you're saying that this one?
right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works
Yeah,
just
it's broken,
fine.
so it doesn't work just fine, right? It's just that.
Well, that handbook we thought was Leon's, and Monokuma said that Leon's is fine.
That's right.
Yeah, but the logic, you know, you're right, but
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
you didn't know the whole story.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch! What's wrong, bro? Come on! Tell him he's wrong! You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is wrong! You made it all up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Woo, comics! Woo! Where the fuck is the thing? Where's the thing? There it is. Jesus, I couldn't find it. And then we got that's Chihiro, that's okay. I believe that's Chihiro. And then Chihiro walks in. Hopefully that's right. And then yeah. There. And then on the there. Roll up the carpet. Yes. And then yes. And then yes. Yes. What was this one again? Okay, there we go. Yeah. There we go to those. Okay, there we go. Okay. Bop boop. There, and then that. Bop, and then. Okay. There. Okay. I believe that's it. Is it? No, I forgot this thing. There. I believe I'm correct. No. I believe I do need to use this. No, I don't. I don't. And then the door. I'm just double checking now.
Yep.
Because if I mess up, it won't tell me immediately if I messed up. So what about this door? Just worried about the door. What the fuck? Yes. Okay, that is true. Just this fucking door handle. I don't know what it is.
Here's exactly what happened.
Okay, we'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Okay. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuck.
Actually,
with
that
something
door
into
was
a
from the
duffel
last
bag.
case, so I think I'm correct. I think I'm correct.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste?
Yes.
With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room? Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body.
Oh, psycho.
Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. Just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah!
Where's your evidence?
You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo is the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, where is Mondo's handbook right now?
Mondo's handbook is currently in evidence as Leon's broken handbook.
Okay, so it's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Whose handbook does Mondo have right now?
He has Leon's.
Alright. Once I do that, everything will become clear. What's the new thing? Oh, okay, that's fine. We just gotta do the boss fight, you know?
Show me some evidence!
The rhythm game boss.
You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence!
You.
I won't listen! False!
This is the weirdest fucking way to do this.
Yeah.
Show me some evidence!
This should prove it.
I gotcha! Ugh!
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Respect. Being an honest man. At the last fucking second.
Yeah.
Poor guy. What a tough situation to be in, man. You know? Like, damn. Like, he has no choice.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Okay.
Damn it, Mondo.
I know you like them. I know.
And Leon.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was... Mondo Owada! In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Hirotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You should need to be more careful.
I refuse. Hold on, I lost the voice. Hold on, I haven't done voices on. I refuse to believe it. I still don't have it. I forgot the voice.
Hold on. I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone. Something like that.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Yeah. My brain is fried. Hold on. There's no way he would kill someone. There it is.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? 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 Oh. Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taking a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually,
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't want to really hear this, you can always hit the control key to go fast forward next. Shut the fuck up. Who cares? Don't do that. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out.
Now, nobody will be able to say anything about, even though you're a boy.
But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him. It was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. Which, of course, included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would have been the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured that being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent them spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But...
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... that day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask someone for help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask him to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It was me.
Yep, it sure was! The biker gang fellow had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep his secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage.
So he went there and asked Mondo to help him become strong. Translating is hard, man. That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd make to Chihiro.
Huh? Did what he did? I mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it, but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro.
But how does moving the body keep his secret?
Because...
It fucking didn't. If everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See?
Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he made to Chihiro, who he also killed.
Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you?
Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible! Nothing could have been that bad! Something he didn't want anyone to know! Even if it meant killing someone!
You're wrong!
It's impossible!
Don't make me repeat
How many
myself.
times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, the secret that he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey!
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother. Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraffs all across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Taya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Taya that Mondo ever got on the motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Imitated. Fuck, I don't know how to say words. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, I can't read words, man. The charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Taya, the older brother, #1 in the game, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the game from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created the game with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All I do is make the game look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of all of the other members of the gang, which is why...
I
gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what. I gotta win.
Don't fuck with
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the game together. Cause it's the team, you and me, put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together, and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the lovely, hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, would have all been for nothing. So that's why... Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness. Just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before.
I
didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down into my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I lied to you.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, You would.
But
You're right, but
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am,
What?
I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. My jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you. And stronger than Daya! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring at him, down at the ground.
Hey!
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo, he was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his. And it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it! Look at him, you see? You're all just like him! For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He could have kept free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't.
You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead! Say that again, I dare you!
Yep.
Okay, I'll say as many times as I want. It's what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now because it's the time for punishing is fast approaching. Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
That's what I promised you, right? The blanket that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Owada, the ultimate biker gang leader.
No, wait! Wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I said, wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Salute Mondo.
Shit. Toxic masculinity. The death of us all.
Indeed.
Oh god. Oh shit. Shit, dog. Damn. Oh man. Oh shit. Fuck. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Oh man. Oh. Whew. You know, that's based off of a Japanese folklore tale. And I believe it's about a cheetah. A cheetah or a tiger? A tiger, yeah. A tiger seeing a deer in the woods, right? And the tiger tries to chase the deer. The deer, using its speed, was able to maneuver around the woods and outrun the tiger. Eventually, the deer is running in circles around the tree, and the tiger is just going after it. And the tiger keeps on pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing until the speed of the tiger going around the tree turns him into butter. So basically, it's just like the lesson is don't overexert yourself. Which a lot of Japanese people do. When it comes to the wood.
Interesting.
Laugh at death, and your soul will forever be at peace.
It can't be my brother.
Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll let it happen. As Taka said, screams invaded our skulls. We were each forced to realize once again. But of course he had to.
What a disappointment. This is the end of the game.
Byakuya?
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead, do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting.
His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone.
Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be done.
Then I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room. But just when I stumbled upon him, I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
So, you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up.
You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create a fake murder scene.
But damn, man, if we had figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right?
Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before I reached that point. Of course.
Yakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me.
Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become the Blackened, I know now who I'll have to watch out for.
What?
Correct.
So that was your reason.
Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes. We're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh! I'm up next?
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why?
Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself!
What?
You're over-exaggerating.
I am not over-exaggerating! These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair! What do you mean? 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 Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing!
Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand?
In the name of my
The
family.
name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
So cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter pealed across the courtroom, and it couldn't close on the case of Chihiro and Mondo, but I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh. My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
What the fuck? What the hell?
That's the end of chapter 2.
The 16th high school student?
Yeah. There's 15 here. Alright. What are your thoughts?
Very interesting. Didn't go the way I thought it would.
Yeah. I really like the opposites of like Chihiro died because he was a weakling that was too strong, and that Mondo killed Chihiro because he was a strong guy that was too weak.
Too weak, yes.
I really like
yeah,
that.
no, very, very good character writing there.
Yes. 100%.
I love the backstory, that little... Yeah, that was very nice.
And yeah, you said that like you laughed at the statement of Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly, but I think that's really true because he killed Chihiro out of like, he had a mental breakdown, and that's why he killed Chihiro. So like, I felt like Mondo was a pretty chill dude.
Well, not really. No, he went into a blind rage and killed somebody. I wouldn't say he's a chill dude.
Yeah, it's just somebody that had a lot of stress put onto him. And, we're gonna continue on into chapter 3 in...
the next episode.
Thank you for watching this episode of Danganronpa. Make sure to like and subscribe, hit that bell, 5 time up, which is...
every single day.
Bye.